What is up, guys? Welcome back to another daily build video. This time we're in Motorfest and I'm doing a 2016 Focus RS. Let's go. Real quick before I get into the video, if you're looking for any of my builds, I have a full spreadsheet of builds for Need for Speed Heat, Need for Speed Unbound, and the community builds for Need for Speed Unbound, and I'm adding Motorfest tunes as well. You can go to militiagamingcode.com/builds and you will find those builds. And in addition to that, if you want to submit your builds for testing, you can do that on the same exact page. Just scroll down and enter your information in either the Motorfest form or the Unbound form. I'll check it out when I have a chance, and maybe you'll be featured in a video like this. All right, let's get into this. All right, first up, let's take a look at the stats. So this one boasts a top speed of 180 miles per hour, acceleration of 3.7, and a braking distance of 21.5 with lateral Gs at 1.21. Now, I really haven't seen stats like this in Street Tier 1, which is what this car is in. So this is pretty incredible. This car actually is atop my list in my Grand Races meta video. This is the best one that I could find in Street 1, but I'm sure there's some other cars since the game is so fresh and we haven't really tested a lot of things. So I only just began testing and I started with this particular car because I feel like this was performing the best in the Grand Races. So anyway, let's get into the tune itself and then I'll take you through one of my test courses. I test this on Kayusha Spirit and Kiss Me Combi. Now, Kiss Me Combi actually represents about half of the Grand Race tracks. It's much more open. It tests top speed. It doesn't have a lot of sharp turns until you get to the very end, which sort of goes in line with a lot of the Grand Race stuff. And then Kayusha Spirit actually gives you a lot more tests when it comes to turning. Its top speed is not really a big factor in that race, although it does have a little bit of it in the beginning. But going up the hill and coming down the hill, you really have a good test for how it takes these switchback turns. So anyway, those are my two test courses. So I'll basically run times on both of those for all of the Street 1 vehicles. I think those are my favorite test courses for those. And I might even do those for other vehicle types as well. But for now, we've got this Focus in front of us. So anyway, here is the tune for you. We don't have anything up here that's touched. I did change the suspension. So in the front, I've got it at +5. In the rear, +10. In the damper compression, I've got 0 on the front and +12 on the compression rear. 0 again on rebound, and then +12 for the rebound rear. Basically what I'm doing is stiffening up the rear. This car oversteers like crazy and it causes it to lose a little bit of traction in corners. You'll notice that if you start driving it. This should help a little bit. Although the oversteering and the losing traction in corners is not 100%, it's because it's a Street 1 vehicle. You're gonna have that issue. These cars just don't perform like some of the higher end cars, so you have to drive it a little bit different. But this should definitely help with stability in corners. ARBs are all the way up. We got it completely stiff, and then the camber is all the way down on both camber front and camber rear. So anyway, that is what we've got. Let's go ahead and take it out to Kiss Me Combi and you can see what this thing can do, and we'll go from there. And one of the things I really like about the car is that it actually launches pretty well. It's something that helps you definitely in the Grand Races because you can get out ahead of a lot of people. You notice how it actually feels very stable here. It allows me to keep these corners nice and smooth. I don't have to worry about oversteering unless I make a mistake, and that is possible. Nice, good top speed above 180, which is its intended top speed. I think if you let the NOS off, like if you don't use the NOS, it'll drop below 180 because that is its intended top speed. But I'm just kind of tapping it, giving it a little bit here and there, keeping it in the 80s. Especially on these turns, you drop a little speed going through here. But overall, very stable. And then right back up to the 80s after that corner. Easy peasy, bro. right, I went a little wider than I normally go on that. Oh, I lost traction a lot on that corner. And we nosed to the finish. Let's see what we can do here. 2:03. Let's go, dude. That's actually better than my test time. A 2:03.65 is because I'm like uber concentrating, trying to give you guys a nice show for the video. But my test time on this was a 2:04.3, and we just ran at 2:03.6. So nicely done, me. But as you can see, it's just really stable in those long sweeping corners, which you get a lot of in the grand races. But I can tell you that that also translates to the tighter corners. If you haven't tried a tune on this car yet, or even if you have, save that, write it down, but then try this one and let me know what you think. Tuning in this game is obviously very fresh for everybody, and so we're all trying to figure it out. All the content creators, all the tuners, all the racers, everybody's trying to figure this out to make it the best possible. And I've got something I think feels pretty good, and this is what I've been able to run the best times with. So anyway, there it is. I appreciate you guys watching, and if you have any questions, you can send me a DM on Instagram, Twitter, or Discord. I read every single message that comes my way. And that's it for this one, guys. I will catch you on tomorrow's daily build. Trigger out.